Hi, Meg here from I Teach Stamping. Let's jump right into today's video tutorial. We're going to start with a piece of the Everyday Enchantment Designer Series paper, and this is the celebration paper. And this is going to be 4 inches by 2 inches, and I'm going to layer it onto a piece of soft suede that is going to be 4 inches by 2 1/4 inches. Then we're going to use our matte pack and our paper piercing guide. And I'm going to start working my way down, doing a crisscross, kind of doing like a V, actually, is more like how I'm going to do it. So I'm doing it on the smallest row of holes, and I'm straddling that Everyday Enchantment and the soft suede. I'm just working all the way down. I'm going to do this on both sides. And then I'm going to go back with my white gel pen and simply connect the dots. So I'll go through and do some faux stitching here. So I'm going to finish it up on this side and the other side as well. Then I've got 2 pieces of cardstock that I die cut. So I used the big circle with some soft suede, and you don't need the full circle. And then I used the Scallop number 2 die, and I did the bigger one on that die with a piece of Whisper White cardstock. I'm going to be using the Fresh Vintage stamp and my marker. So I'm going to be using Calypso Coral along with Pear Pizzazz. I'm going to go through the stamp and I'm going to color everything that should be green in Pear Pizzazz. So all the leaves, all the stems, and then I'm going to do all the flowers in Calypso Coral. Once you have your stamp all colored in, then you just want to give it the breath of life. And then I'm going to stamp it. But I'm going to stamp it closer to the left-hand side than in the center. So that's going to give me my image. These two are going to get layered together with some snail. I just love how that image pops when you use your markers. And then we're ready to assemble these as well. So I'm going to put some snail on the back of here, and I'm layering this onto a piece of Calypso Coral that's going to be 5 1/4 inches by 4 inches. Just going to put this on. Then I'm going to add some snail to the back side of this and decide my placement. I do want it hanging off the edge of the card. Now I'm going to go back with, oops, I didn't press down real well. Now I'm going to go back with my paper trimmer and just trim this part off. Now we're ready to stamp our sentiment, and you can also do this ahead of time. I'm going to stamp the happiness in the bottom right hand corner, and this is going to be from the Loving Thoughts stamp set. Then I've got a piece of Whisper White 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm simply going to fold this over and adhere this to the front. Now we're going to do the inside. So I've got another strip of the Everyday Enchantment that's going to be 4 inches by 1 1/2 inches. And to that I'm going to layer a piece of soft suede cardstock that I used the scallop border punch on. And this is just a 4-inch strip, and I've got 2 of those here. I still wanted to have the white border on either side. I'm going to take this and put it right across the bottom for the inside of our card. And now I just have to add some bling to the front. So I'm going to take some of the large rhinestone pearls. I'm going to take this one right here. And then the third. And then we are all done with our card. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video tutorial on how to use markers on your stamps and how to do faux stitching. And we got to use some great new paper and stamps from the 2012 Celebration Catalog. To learn more about rubber stamping for card making and scrapbooking, be sure to visit www.iteachstamping.com. And remember, I don't just sell rubber stamps, I teach you how to use them. Have a great day.